Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Channel Clay. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy, crazy world. And it is indeed getting crazier and crazier by the day. I feel like literally every time I turn around or anytime I go on social media, I'm seeing something else that this orange man has done unnecessarily, taking people's rights, just downright awful-ish that nobody needs to be dealing with. Eggs are $8 to $10. I thought grocery prices were going down. Have yet to see that. They're taking away federal grants and loans, basically shutting down the federal government. It's just a lot going on. So while all of that is happening, a lot of us, maybe you included, since you've clicked on this video, we're kind of distracting ourselves from all of that with this Justin and Blake saga that is continuing to play out in the court of public opinion. And yes, a lot of people can be saying that I've seen that, oh, Justin's doing too much, this and another. But remember, this started with Blake and her team. They started this. They would not be in this situation if Blake just could take a beat for a second, or her team, or Ryan, because that's the theory now, that this is all Ryan's fault because he's hella controlling and he can't handle when his women, because it's not been one complaint, it's been two complaints from Alanis Morissette, Scarlett Johansson, and now we're seeing potentially he's been controlling with Blake, where he really can't handle when his woman is working. And it's just like, and he tried to sabotage it. And he felt a type of way when, sorry about that, but the word on the street is Ryan really can't handle when his women are working, and especially if they are more famous or more talented or have more going on at that time than he does. He can't stand it. He cannot, it like feels some type of insecurity in him. And in particular, because the latest news is the release of this audio, it's a voice memo that Justin Baldoni had sent to Blake Lively at 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning, okay? Which, for one, is, I know they were working very closely, and it's high stress. And yes, sometimes you have to work after hours, but 2 in the morning? 2 in the morning? He's married, okay? Blake is married. I'm just gonna say, when I first listened to the audio, right? Justin's voice is so sultry and sexy and smooth, and I think that he knows that too. Like, I really do think he knows how he sounds. And to send that text and the way that it started off, and it also sounded like maybe he had just slept or he just woke up, so it had like that extra raspiness to it. And if she would have listened to that at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm sure she was laying in bed like, put her phone beside her and let that shit play, because, oh my gosh, talk about hot. Like, this man, Justin, is very, very attractive, A. We also know that they have chemistry given the cut of the dailies that we saw that was released about 10 minutes or so. And she was comfortable in his presence. Now, they're saying and they're speculating, given the timeline from what it seems like in the lawsuits, that maybe this voice note was sent out in response to Blake sending that whole Khaleesi, comparing herself to Khaleesi, and Ryan and Taylor being her dragons, and how apparently he didn't praise her rewrites enough and it made her feel a type of way. So he was responding to a message that she sent prior. So this didn't just come out of nowhere with Justin sounding all sexy and shit at 2 a.m. in the morning. He was responding, okay? So now we're also hearing that they're going to court. There's been a date. There's been a date set for 2026, March of 2026, for this to all go to court, unless either party decides to settle. I do not think that Justin's going to settle because he has a billionaire backing him. I think his name is Steve something, but he has a billionaire backing him. working together with Wayfair Productions and whatnot. So unlimited wallet. I do also know that Blake and Ryan are very wealthy themselves, but they're not at billionaire status yet. I think he's close because he has a lot of other stuff going on, like Mint Mobile. Doesn't he have a soccer team too or something like that? He has a lot of good stuff going on, and obviously Deadpool. So they're very wealthy. They're considered A-list. However, $400 million coming out of anybody's pocket is a hit. And I'm just so perplexed why at this point they have not settled. I did see that potentially there's some type of meeting or conference that is going to take place in the courts where they're trying to have Justin's lawyer be gagged because he's doing a lot of talking in the press. He don't give a F. He's like, I'm trying to put these text messages out in full. I'm trying to make a website. They already released an audio. Like, he's serious about it. He's trying to get this show on the road in the court of public opinion. Whereas Blake and Ryan, their team, they want to just do this all in court, which is just like, come on, 2026. We are already done. We have Candace Owens all in the mix now, which really, I need this to be her rebrand. I need her to do pop culture only because she's really, really good at it. And all the other ish she be saying, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, girl? So I really hope that she pivots and rebrands to pop culture because yes, as I was saying, Candace is doing very well with this coverage, and I believe she probably is making a bag because she's getting hella views off of this because everyone has been interested. Like, it's all on my timeline on TikTok. Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, all of it. And then we also have to show you guys, we also got the first pic of Ryan and Blake seen out since all of this has gone down, and they do not look good. I'll try to put it right here. They don't look good, you guys. Ryan has these bags. Blake has these bags, like from when you're not getting sleep, from when you're crying night after night. You get puffy up under here. So they're clearly going through it in that Tribeca apartment, y'all. Like, and then with all them kids too. Oh no. So the billionaire is Steve Sorowitz, who works with Justin in Wayfair, who is basically backing this whole ordeal, which means that I don't think Justin's settling anytime soon. And as I was saying, a judge has said on Monday that they are setting the trial for March 9th of 2026. But, on February the 3rd, there is a initial hearing. And this is where the judge, who is Louis J. Lyman, says that they're going to be, this is going to be constraining Brian Freeman's, who is Justin's lawyer, from waging a PR war over this case. Which I think is very ironic given the fact that Blake, Ryan, and their team started the PR war by putting out a heavily doctored, just basically a hit piece on Justin right around the holidays. That's starting a PR war. So because you didn't realize that he had a billionaire willing to back him, and now this lawyer, who is really, really good, Brian Freeman, is like, I'm about to sue you to oblivion. I want to make a website and put out all the messages. And honey, I'm telling you, if the messages are anything like that 2 a.m. voice memo, look, I don't know about y'all, but I don't want my man voice memoing anybody at 2 a.m. other than me. I understand work, but there has to be a cutoff at some point, right? But maybe I don't know about the industry like that. They work round the clock. I don't know. But for my feelings, I wouldn't like it. But again, Justin and his wife seem very much stable, connected. They're like right here with it. So I don't think that there's any concern there. However, it could have maybe come off different to Blake, who is like a mom who has 5 kids. She's trying to get back in work. Ryan seems like he's not that emotionally connected. He seems like the type who thinks everything's fucking funny, and everything's just not fucking funny. Like, can we be real for a moment? Can we have a conversation? Like, and then like seeing clips now of everything out, he doesn't really talk about her in the greatest way. Like when he's doing interviews and shit, he always has this sarcasm to it where it's like he's kind of making a slight dig at her, but like, oh, you can laugh because he's funny. Like, and it's not. And I even saw a video where like he will share stuff on his Instagram of her where she's looking fucking awful, like pictures where she looks tore down, right? And he'll put like a stupid fucking comment, but it's their way of them trolling each other. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. That's their relationship. I just don't get it. But there's a lot going on here, and there's going to be doing this on February 3rd, so I'm sure there's more going to be coming. But again, they started this. Y'all didn't think that Justin was going to fight back. You thought he was just going to lay down and let y'all ruin, because that's what you were trying to do, ruin his career. And then the other layer is because where the fuck is Colleen Hoover? She got up and disappeared quick after she literally, the ink wasn't even fucking dry on the New York Times goddamn article. She's like, oh, Blake, I support you. Oh, Blake, I support you. Yet you allow Justin to purchase the rights to your book, and like this is something he had been working on for years, and you were ready to flip on him just like that. Yes, Blake and Ryan are more well known. Yes, Blake and Ryan have more money. So also the other layer is this theory that potentially Ryan and Blake were trying to get the rights to the book and everything so that they could potentially produce the sequel and this, that, and other, because within their contract between Justin and Colleen, there could have been a like morality clause that should Justin act out in any manner, for example, SH, which is what was claimed by Blake, that at that point their contract would be faulty. You know, she maybe could be able to buy back the rights. He'd have to give the rights back to her, or whatever. They worked it out. But people are saying that that was maybe a way that Justin was a pawn in this whole thing, because really Ryan and Blake just wanted the rights to this movie, so they concocted this whole thing where, oh, we're gonna act like Justin, you know, SH'd Blake and made her feel uncomfortable so that it goes against the morality clause, so that then we can go and pick up the rights and do what we want to do with it, because that's what y'all were trying to do. Well, not trying, you did it anyway with this project that he brought the rights for, that he worked on for years. How is that fair? And then y'all put him down in a basement. That shit is just wild to me. But yeah, so initial hearing on the 3rd, so I'm sure we'll hear more from that. I'm really hoping that the judge is literally like, why are y'all coming to me to gag this lawyer when y'all started this ish? We wouldn't even be here if y'all didn't make the first move. People love to forget where shit starts. They only want to have an issue with your fucking reaction, and that shit kills me. It fucking kills me. It's like, we would not be here had you not done X, Y, and Z prior. How are you going to be upset with my reaction for what you did to me? It makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. So we have that going on. We're really trying to get, like I was saying earlier, they're saying that the timeline of the audio was potentially after Blake had sent the message about, oh, I'm Khaleesi and Ryan and Taylor are my dragons, which I don't know how Taylor would feel being touted as this dragon. Like, Blake can just pull her out whenever she wants to, for or whatever whim or battle she wants her to fight. Like, that's a little weird. It's just weird-ish. But that's what they're saying the timeline is. I did think that maybe I would listen to the audio on here, so let's see. I think it is very appropriate that I am in the bed as we listen to Justin give us bedroom voice tease. Like, oh my gosh. I just could not today. Like, I could try till I'm like, I wasn't gonna do this video today, but I was like, you need to do it. And I was like, I'm so tired, but I was like, just do it. And I'm happy that I did, because this stuff is ridiculous. It's just honestly ridiculous. So let's listen to the 2 a.m. sultry voice note that if Ryan Reynolds heard this, I feel like he would be the type to go through phones. But if Ryan Reynolds heard this, on top of him wanting the dailies, because when I was watching Candace's breakdown, she was saying that there was a part where Ryan had came home. He had came home because SAG-AFTRA, they were on strike. So he came home and he was all involved in Blake's shit. And I guess he had gone on set, was looking at the dailies, was looking at the script, saw something he didn't like, and then all of a sudden, Justin and his team are getting an email requesting all the footage, all, even like the background shit, the side shit, you know, all the unedited stuff. She wanted to see it all. But Candace is saying potentially it was probably more so a request coming from Ryan, because he wanted to sit at home while he was home from working on Wolverine, Deadpool, whatever, on strike, and go through and comb through everything that Justin and Blake were doing and saying to one another. Not doing in that way, but like how they were interacting. And I'm sure as the more he, especially that scene, the more he watched, I think it became very familiar to him, because Blake and him had a similar experience, connection and chemistry wise, on Green Lantern. So, and you know how it ended up with them. Ryan was married to Scarlett Johansson during that time. So they say how you get them is how you lose them also. So it's potential that he was fearing like, oh shit, well, we met on set, we fell in love on set, you know, they look like they have chemistry together. Is she feeling him? Like maybe they had been having some issues prior. Like shit happens, but he took it on a whole other like he just, and this did not have to happen. He took it way too far and underestimated Justin at every fucking move and forgot that he had a billionaire in his back pocket. Real close. Willing to spend his bread. Like, they are not playing with his ass. They are not playing. I'm just so shocked that they have not settled this case. Because if all these messages come out, my goodness. Okay, so let's listen to Justin. Hold up.
Hey, Blake. It is...
Okay, so everybody keeps talking about that. Hey, Blake. And then, like, the chuckle. Listen again. Like, he's just...
Hey, Blake. It is 2 in the morning. Hopefully this does not wake you up.
Like, it makes you blush. Like, it feels so intimate, but, like, they were coworkers, but just the way his voice sounds and the raspiness and the late hour, it just is such an intimate scene, and it makes me want to blush even listening to it. But he does a whole bunch of placating here.
Wow, there's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person soon and get to talk more. But I'm just gonna send you a few thoughts, and hopefully it's not gonna be more than a few minutes. But that I don't have the best track record. I don't think either one of us have the best.
I can see her record now listening to this, like, oh my god, he's like, because any woman, like, we all have like innately had the same fucking reaction, like, oh, his voice.
For voice memos, I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank, and I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short, and you worked really hard on that, and
it sounds like he's like falling on his sword. He's just like, you know what, it's my fault, it's my bad, I'm gonna take accountability. He's just wanting to rectify the fucking situation so they can move the hell on with this production.
The way you framed it and how that made you feel. I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me. That takes a lot of trust and vulnerability, and I feel really grateful.
And he like knows how to talk to a woman. That takes a lot of trust and vulnerability, and I just want to thank you. Like, he's putting it on. He is putting it on, because she literally just said prior she's gonna sick Ryan and Taylor on his ass like fucking dragons. So he's like, I don't want none of that ish. Let me iron this shit out real quick. Justin can have his way.
That you feel safe enough to tell me that that's how you feel and share that with me. And I'm really sorry. I f***ed up. That is a fail on my part. One thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when I fail.
And Blake and Ryan, you should definitely learn from that. You should apologize when you fail. Sometimes you're gonna fuck up. You fucked up this time. So just apologize so y'all can like go away to your Connecticut home or hold up in your Tribeca penthouse. I doubt it. You'll leave the city. But go out. Y'all got the money. You got the time. You don't have to work like us common folk. Just go. Take a break from Hollywood. We don't need 50 million more Deadpools. It's fine. It's really okay. And then come back once you have your ish together. Like, because y'all clearly are having an issue.
I am far from perfect. I'm a very flawed man.
Nobody's
as
perfect.
My wife will attest. And
he did mention his wife. He said, I'm far from perfect, as my wife will attest. So I'm happy that he keeps bringing her in. He keeps bringing his wife in. Even in the video we saw, the raw footage, he gave an example. He was like, you know, me and my wife typically just like stare silently into each other's eyes, basically telling her to shut the fuck up because they weren't supposed to be talking. But he brings his wife into a lot. So like, I really don't think that Justin was feeling Blake in that manner at all. He's just a naturally charismatic, genuine, sensual guy, you know, like, and it's easy to fall for. It's incredibly easy to fall for, especially if you're already in a place within your relationship that is just maybe not the best, and you're just wanting more of that emotional side of things, which a lot of men struggle with. And then you see this man who's like superly, like overly emotional, like calling himself a feminist. Like it's different. So like, she potentially could have really fell in a way, you know, or at least, yeah, I think so.
And I'm gonna up. I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm gonna you off probably, but I will always apologize.
He's cussing. I like
and
it.
Find my way back to center. That is one thing I can assure you of. And I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That must have felt terrible. And I will for sure do better. That was not my best weekend, and I should have given it more time.
He didn't even fucking do anything. He is literally like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, he's literally like fucking eating her ass, metaphorically. Like, it's insane. And all of this did not need to take place. He was trying so hard.
And damn right, you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that. And we should all have friends like that, aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet.
And one is they're both very, very wealthy, and they're big players in the industry and can get you fucking blacklisted. You know, I'm sure he was thinking that as well, but didn't want to say it, but just decided to say, oh, to the most talented, creative people on the planet.
The three of you guys together, it's unbelievable. Talk about energy and just force.
Kissing that fucking ass.
But I just wanted you to know that I didn't need that, because it's really good and it's going to make the movie sing like you said. And I'm excited to go through the whole movie with you. You know, I think, and you and I have been trying to build a relationship which I think we've done successfully. I mean, here we are talking like this, me into my phone at 2 a.m. But
oh yeah. So he is letting it, like, I've tried to create a relationship, comfortable, we've created this, and here we are. I'm messaging you at 2 a.m. Blake was not uncomfortable with this man. Justin was in her apartment holding her baby. Holding her baby. Your SH'er is not going to be holding your fucking baby. Like, they were comfortable. Comfortable enough for Justin to be sending her messages at 2 a.m. And he just said, I think that we've created a very, nice relationship. We work, I'm excited to work with you. We've been working well together. Ryan came up in this shit once he came home. And started paying attention to what the fuck was happening. Maybe she was bopping around the kitchen a little bit too happy, a little bit too smiley. He was like, what is going on? I ain't seen you like that. And I ain't been home, so who's making you that happy? And it's because she's doing creative work and getting attention and stuff and feeling a type of way with Justin. I don't know. This is just like, we are so nosy. Like, and I also think that Ryan, Blake, and their team underestimated how nosy we fucking are. Like, all the story times on TikTok, like, people dig into shit. People have the time. And people also want to be distracted from the foolishness that is going on in their own lives and in this world. So, and we have TikTok back. So, I mean, it's just ran rampant. And I really don't think they expected it to go this wild.
And voice note. And that, I will be honest with you, that is not my biggest strength. I love being with people and being in somebody's space and being face to face, and I feel like that's where I excel, and definitely
he works
fallen short at times in our text and voice note exchange.
So he's saying potentially maybe what he was saying was misconstrued, because it's true, stuff in text messages, you can't really get tone, you don't see facial expressions, you don't get the little inflections, the pauses and stuff that you do when you're face to face having a conversation. So it's typically better to have like important conversations and shit face to face so nothing is misconstrued. So I think that's what he's trying to say.
Just because there's so much to communicate and there's so much happening, and all that to say, I'm just really looking forward to spending time together.
I wonder why he keeps saying, though, spending time together. Spending, like, this is the second time, I want to spend time with you instead of working. You know what I mean? Like, that wording, like, spend time together. If Ryan would have heard this shit,
I think that's going to really go a long way for our chemistry, which I believe is there.
It's gonna go a long way for their chemistry, which he said is already there. Honey, we saw it. I felt it through the goddamn screen. Although I will say on Justin's part, I really do think he was acting, because the way he snapped up out of that dang on thing when he said cut, the way his whole body, like, it was insane. But in the moment when they were in it, I felt it. I was like, oh, he is feeling this. And I definitely thought she was in it, because when he said cut, there was a split second on her face of like, oh shit, like, this isn't real. Like, she got lost in the fucking moment. Like,
It's been there from the start, so I was so damn excited when you wanted to do this film. I felt it.
It's been there from the start. He was so damn excited. Like, this man, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think it does come from the both of us being so fucking hardworking and having a vision and not settling. And I'm excited to have a creative partner in that with you. And
a creative partner. Ryan was
exciting.
Not okay
There's
with
so much
any
more
of
to
this.
say. There's so much I want to say. And there's one thing that I do need to say, which is I am so sorry you have been through what you've been through with these other filmmakers and producers or whoever the people were that you worked with. It just me off. Those heads that, that I'm just still kind of blown
I
away.
wonder
that
who
this is
else
the
she's
industry.
worked with that has like caused her issues, because didn't she work with like Harvey Weinstein? Was like, oh, I didn't have any issues with him. And it was, what was it, Woody Allen? Oh, I didn't have any issues with them. But they were like two of the worst like in the industry for things such as like inappropriateness and, you know, shit where you need to be calling HR, like what she's trying to say that Justin's done to her. Like, they are literally that. Yet somehow she's had really positive experience with them. Yet is telling him she's had negative experiences with like other producers and actors and stuff. Well, not actors, but producers or directors or whatever. And I mean, Blake has had a career, but like it's not like that, you know? Like, she's been in some projects. I actually just watched A Simple Favor with her and Anna Kendrick over the weekend, and it was a cute movie. It was a cute movie. I think that she did well in it, and I watched it because she said that she was playing herself more, like she felt more herself in that character. And I could see that. It was a cute movie. So if you haven't seen A Simple Favor, I'd check it out. Some people aren't watching Blake stuff, whatever. Like, I understand. But yeah, it was cute. Okay, play.
And that you've experienced that as a woman. And I know I don't need to say it, but that's not at all going to be or will be. Hopefully, it's not been the experience with me.
Oh,
There's
honey,
nothing more
the
exciting.
foreshadowing. Hopefully, it's not the experience you've had with me. Well, honey, she done threw you for a damn loop.
To me, like that, I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her.
Oh, he is kissing it. I get to work with Blake Lively. But then he says, and I get to have all of her. Would your husband be okay with that? I get to have, oh, let me roll it back. Hold on. I get to have all of her.
Like that, I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her. I mean, that's what I want. And so there's been.
I'm sorry. Some of the wording of what he is saying, like, it's a little intimate. I get to work with Blake Lively and I get to have all of her. That's what I want. I'm like, I could see how it'd be I could see how she could misconstrue. Let me say that. I could misconstrue feelings. I don't believe he did anything that she at the time felt uncomfortable until it became an issue with her husband. And then she had to roll that shit back. Well, oh no, I felt uncomfortable really in these situations. I wasn't feeling it like that. I actually felt uncomfortable. And so then Ryan just ran with that. But the way that he is talking, I get to have all of her.
No hesitancy with me sending you the final draft file. I am totally fine with that. The only reason I didn't send it today was because I was trying to implement and add your notes into my working draft, which is already like I'm all over that draft right now. So there's a whole bunch of new stars that are going to be collated pages. And I just haven't had a chance to send it to you. But there's no hesitancy. I'm happy to send it to you. And,
even though she is an actor, he is the director. So he don't have to send her shit. He does not have to send her shit. She should not be writing shit. He should not, her husband should not be writing shit. Like, they took over this movie in the weirdest fucking way.
And I'm sorry that has
And
happened.
like, I still want to know what's happening with Colleen. Obviously, she done fell off the face of the earth, ain't said shit, closed down her IG. I want to know why the cast all separated from Justin, the director. What was said to them? How are they feeling now that all of this has come out?
To you before, and I hope after this experience there will be a new. I don't know. I hope it'll be healing in some way.
No, the
That's all
exact
I want.
opposite.
I want this movie to be healing. I want this movie to be commercial, just like you, and affect people and touch people. And I want to walk you through my whole plan. And in the work that we're doing.
Acting like she got damn co-director,
With
assistant
the
director.
domestic violence partner that we found no more, and just my vision, and I just
His
know
vision.
that this can be really, really special, and it's gonna be special, and you're the secret sauce, and we're the secret sauce. And anyways, I have so much more to say. I'm gonna stop rambling because Jesus Christ, it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yes,
So,
Justin, you need to.
I'm sorry.
Ooh,
you
the
probably have
laugh.
kids all over you and a baby on your boob, and you're listening to me ramble.
Okay, Justin needs to stop. Okay, he said you probably have kids all over you and a baby on your boob. You're saying this at 2 in the morning. Like, mind you, he's seen babies on her boob because she has invited him into the trailer while she's like pumping or breastfeeding or whatever. Like, they were comfortable. Something happened, which in my opinion, Candace's opinion, Ryan got on that goddamn set once he got home and started paying attention to what was going on, and they were a little too comfortable because it's there. This voice note, it's friendly. It's real friendly. It's real close. It's real familiar.
I hope you're feeling better, and give Ryan my love. Thank you for
Not give Ryan my love. Oh my God.
For sending me that. It means the world to me that you trust me with your feelings and your thoughts like that. And
it means the world that you trust me with your feelings and thoughts like that. Like, he knows exactly what to say. Oh my God. Oh my God. Blake fell. I don't blame her.
I can't wait to spend more time with you. Okay, I'm done.
I can't wait to spend more time with you. And says, okay.
Turn myself off. Good night.
He says, he ends it with, I can't wait to spend more time with you. Okay, I'll cut myself. Like, it has tones of an intimate partnership with like more layers than a working relationship. Just the wording that he is using, and it's just like, I could see how Ryan, in conjunction with seeing the dailies, seeing their chemistry, like seeing their messages, hearing voice notes like this, and then at the end, give my love to Ryan. Like, that's a fuck you, really. Oh God, they need to settle. They need to fucking settle, because if all these messages come out, oh my God, Blake, girl, because we know you fell. Oh my God, Blake, please stop it. Just tell Ryan to stop it. Just tell him to stop. Reel it back. Y'all can go to your home in Connecticut or whatever, wherever, you know, and just stop. Just settle. Just settle. Okay. But this video has gone on long enough. I hope that you guys are having a great day wherever you are in this crazy world. And here goes Justin. And just, you know, try to stay safe and try not to get overwhelmed with everything we keep seeing in the media and the news, because it's just like one thing after another, and it can be a lot. But I think they're trying to like exhaust us or something. I don't know. But anyway, I hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your day, evening, wherever you are in this crazy world, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.